There is no way. No. No way. It's happening. Hey everyone, Coolman1 here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about an animated Spider-Man series that takes place in the MCU. Yup, that's right, you guys heard me. We recently just got news, a couple of days ago, I think, from, thanks to Disney Plus Day. So, thanks to Disney Plus Day, we got news about an animated Spider-Man series that takes place in the MCU, titled Spider-Man Freshman Year. Oh man, I can't believe this is actually happening. And this takes place between Spider-Man Homecoming and Captain America Civil War. So it takes place. It looks like it takes place in between those two movies. I'm not completely sure if that's true, but from what I've seen, I think that's the case. Um, which I don't know why they're making it take place like in between those two movies, since those those movies are old, and right now people are focusing on Spider-Man No Way Home coming out on Christmas, and yeah, they're focusing on that. So I don't know why they're making it take place between Homecoming and Civil War, but hey, at least we're getting an animated MCU Spider-Man movie. I mean, not movie, series. And this is amazing news. I'm so happy about this because when I think it was when Homecoming came out. So when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, I was I was thinking to myself, like, after we got I think it was after we got Far From Home. I don't know, I can't remember. But when we got Homecoming and then Far From Home, well, as a Spider-Man fan, I love all the Spider-Men. But I have to say my most favorite has to be Tom Holland's version, because Tom Holland did a really good version of Spider-Man. I think he did a really good job. I think he did a really good job as Spider-Man. I think his Spider-Man is just more I think it's more accurate than the other two live action Spider-Man. And that's when I was thinking, man, Tom Holland did a really good job as Spider-Man, and I would totally love to see him star in more than just the Spider-Man films. Like, what if we got an entire series based off of Tom Holland's Spider-Man? Because we have thanks to Marvel, now we have Marvel shows like WandaVision and the Loki series and Falcon and the Winter Soldier and more. And pretty soon we're getting a She-Hulk series. We're getting a bunch of stuff. So why not make a Tom Holland Spider-Man series? The only difference is I was expecting for it to be live action, but it looks like it's gonna be a cartoon. So a Tom Holland Spider-Man cartoon. I think that would actually be really good. I do think it's gonna look a bit like Spectacular Spider-Man, because ever since Spider-Man Homecoming came out, I always thought Spider-Man Homecoming looks like a live action version of Spectacular Spider-Man. I don't know why. I think it's the way that Tom Holland looks, like the way Tom Holland's Peter Parker looks, and just the suit. It made me think of Spectacular Spider-Man. But yeah, ever since we got the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, I've always been wanting some kind of Tom Holland Spider-Man series, and now we finally get it. Now we finally have news about an animated Tom Holland Spider-Man series, and I said it was called Spider-Man Freshman Year. So this is one of my theories. So I've been hearing rumors and theories. I've been hearing rumors about after Spider-Man No Way Home, um, Tom Holland's Peter Parker is gonna graduate and he's gonna go to college and he's gonna have to deal with the problems of college, like his normal everyday problems in college, while balancing his life as Spider-Man. And I think that's great. Because the other two live action Spider-Man graduated from school. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man graduated, and so did Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. So I think making the same thing happen to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I think that would be great. I mean, people love Spider-Man better when he's a teenager in school, but maybe it's time for him to graduate. I mean, he's been through enough already as Spider-Man, so why not give him a good ending and have him graduate? And I think this new animated series is their chance for them to do that. I think they in this series they can it's going to be animated, but they can still it's still like in the MCU. I'm not sure if it's going to be some kind of like Marvel's What If series, or if it's going to be just a regular Tom Holland Spider-Man animated series. But well, it's still Tom Holland's MCU Spider-Man, um so why not make him graduate high school? And I mean, he already goes through enough as Spider-Man, so they should at least give him a good ending, just like the other two live action Spider-Man. So yeah, this is the new animated Spider-Man series titled Spider-Man Freshman Year. And you can tell it's from the MCU because if you look closer at the title, you can see that it says Marvel Studios, and that this logo has been in every MCU movie. So it's not just Marvel. It also says Studios, Marvel Studios. That's how you can tell that it's an MCU movie or series. And yeah, and I know it's a cartoon because I researched it. So it's a cartoon. So thank you Disney Plus Day, because we would have never gotten news about this if it wasn't for Disney Plus Day. So yeah, thank you Disney Plus Day. And I'm so excited for this. As a Spider-Man fan, I love all the Spider-Man, but my most favorite and the most accurate Spider-Man, as I said at the beginning of this video, it has to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And now that we're getting an entire series based off of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's animated, it's a cartoon. At least I think that's how it's gonna be. I think if I think it's gonna be Tom Holland voicing himself in the animated series. I don't know how it's gonna go down, but I saw I saw the research. I researched it, and I saw that it said that it takes place in the MCU in between Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Captain America Civil War. It's taking place in the MCU, so I think Tom Holland is going to have to voice Spider-Man here because this is going to be animated. So, yeah. And as a Spider-Man fan, I'm so excited for this because, one, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man, especially Tom Holland's version. And two, I love cartoons. I'm a cartoon guy, so gotta gotta got this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I think this is gonna be awesome, and I know it was only one announcement, but I'm already so excited for this. So yeah, well, we're getting a lot of Spider-Man news lately. Anyways, that's all for this video, and as always, stay cool.